Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 3v3 on Nesthorn between the Carbon team in the upper left-hand corner. I'm sorry, I kind of laugh every time I say 3v3 on Nesthorn. But yes, it is between the Carbon team in the upper left-hand corner, Kuri in the Prime Helix, CaliCowboy in the Alpha Striker, which I will explain later, and EmptySoul in the Classic Paladin, and their opponents, the green team in the bottom right-hand corner, JRoot in the Classic Saucer, Thiudareiks in the Gothic Helix, and FriskyCow in the Classic Striker. We are seeing a lot of classic stuff, obviously, because of the whole games start to disconnect because you're using flares and skins and stuff like that. But we do have a pretty balanced team composition here. We have on the Carbon team, we do have a Helix. I mean, we have a Helix and a Paladin, both carry mechs, but you know, in today's game, it's really balanced. We do see immediately CaliCowboy going for a Jackal Cheese, but with a lot of flackers and JRoot there to defend already, CaliCowboy was killed really fast, and these Jackals are just going to die. And I think these Jackals were sent on the basis that they would have done like a hop over. I think that's what Cali was going to do, but the Jackals now are just going to go to their deaths. Carbon team will be able to, or will not be able to save them. I think they're all pretty much dead. However, there are a bunch of jumpers sitting here for EmptySoul. Green team is starting to move up units as well. We do have a Bucky and a Longhorn. I would like to see a couple more by either team. CaliCowboy doing a quick scout on that other side. But now, yes, the mid is getting attacked and contested quite a lot. A lot of the jumpers have been ferried to the other side. A few of them have died, but Green team does not really have that many units. They have the in contrast, Carbon team doesn't really have any, just bunkered creeps over here, nothing over here, but so, you know, that has allowed Carbon to dedicate more units and credits to this mid fight. They have been able to grab it, a couple shooters down as well, so this mid does go to Carbon team. In the meantime, we do have Thiu. We have Thiu drop some creeps here at the Carbon close, not really going to do too much with bunker creeps as well, so a few bombs going down by Thiu. A couple Jackals will get killed. Cali almost dead, but does lift off in time. Almost getting Thiu killed. Yes, Thiu does get finished off by Cali in the air. And now we have JRoot's Death Rain creeps, just getting as much experience as he can. Yes, he does have Goliaths in his loadout. This is definitely a meta loadout prioritized game because this is a ranked game, and all these players are very experienced, very high-level players. I mean, maybe not top tier players, but you know, they are very experienced veteran AirMech players. I would definitely say Kuri getting killed by Thiu, finally getting some energy back for missiles, but doesn't get finished off himself by CaliCowboy on the way back. But Carbon team does have this mid, so on Nesthorn, what happens is you sit here at mid and nothing else will pretty much happen. You know, it's just a poking and prodding kind of thing, dropping here or there. A couple boomers getting dropped. Those flackers, oh my god, all those flackers got just completely annihilated. EmptySoul with those boomers, and this outpost does get neutralized. I mean, there's not going to be enough Carbon support over here to really take this in their control, but this really good job neutralizing by EmptySoul. Those boomers did a really good job. A lot of splash damage going down, and now we do have Kuri front dooring with a Longhorn. Front door hero helixing. I don't know if I've ever said that, but that Longhorn also contributing quite a lot of damage as well, so that will factor in once it does hit halftime. The credit boost will be quite differentiated unless we do see a more drops by the green team against the Carbon team, and more boomers here. I guess he's just trying to take this outpost, but no, they don't go in to capture. They just went straight for that ratchet on the other side of the door. They're just walking right through that ratchet for four boomers. I don't really think is worth it, but Carbon team just really trying to get this outpost, but green team just, you know, really close to their fort. Obviously it is their close. They do get it right back, and EmptySoul and Kuri both getting finished off. And JRoot now, CaliCowboy fighting out here at the mid, but a lot of artillery up for the green team, pretty much to be expected, and what you would pretty much normally see is just a lot of bombs, and JRoot randomly killing some creeps down here, and Kuri swooping in with some rockets, and we'll be able to finish off with CaliCowboy hovering over there. Kuri does land and kill JRoot on the ground. EmptySoul actually just kind of diving right in front of all these Buckies, getting himself killed in front of this green team here, and Kuri actually kind of doing the same thing. He probably will, but yes, got finished off by Thiudareiks. in that liftoff. And CaliCowboy, the only one alive at this point on the Carbon team. He does have a lot of Jackals in queue, a lot of Jackals defending this mid. That's actually kind of one of the only things you really need. As long as you're there to support, Jackals last quite a long time for the amount of credits that you invest in them. Shooters kind of end that secret, deterring JRoot there from continuing that death ray. I think he actually was almost out of energy. So, and we do see EmptySoul standing on the corner with that Paladin shield defending and shooting, but Thiu will be able to rocket him to death, and EmptySoul now will start to back out, but I don't know, Thiu has plenty of energy and will, yes, be able to finish off EmptySoul there with a Paladin. A couple of Jackals dropped here by the green team. A couple more coming up by FriskyCow. They will get this outpost neutralized, as I don't see anybody responding for the Carbon team. Oh, no. EmptySoul drops that. Okay, well, it does get neutralized, but it will go back up to Carbon eventually. No, those bulbs got knocked down really quickly, and FriskyCow with four soldiers went straight in, and now has enough creeps to bunker. These Jackals are still set on capture, and so they are starting to wander over here. That's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure why they do that exactly. Because I guess once they stop, they should probably continue, attacking the outpost and just sit there instead of and prioritize the outpost instead of wander to the next one. And once it goes under your control, now JRoot and pretty much the entirety of green team killing quite a lot here. JRoot able to kill all the socket units. Oh, except for that one moneymaker on the ground there with his death ray, and now we do have CaliCowboy kind of in danger. No, actually it is Thiu in danger, and Cali with the hover over here. Oh, but he is kind of forced to retreat here. Green team still has control of this forward. There are quite a lot of green units actually here, and JRoot with more creeps. FriskyCow will be able to bunker them. So now it is. Oh, and actually those Jackals that were kind of sent here did neutralize this outpost. A couple of green bulbs are up. It will probably go back to Carbon team, as the majority of the action and attention is on this forward. Now a couple of random drops trying to be dropped here at the Carbon fort, but Carbon is pretty much here. All the attention is here at this area, so Carbon team is really going to be able to pretty much thwart all of green team stuff. But in the meantime, Thiu has dropped along over here, killed all those socket units. So even though Carbon team has control of mid right now, we do have a Gemini push up here by the Carbon team. Kuri with some soldiers. They probably will get this neutralized. Look at the amount of Geminis, and a couple of Jackals are over here as well, so this will go down to neutral, and unless we see any defensive infantry spam, which we aren't really seeing at the moment. Carbon team actually was able to retake this outpost, but this outpost does go neutral. These Geminis will get a pretty good surround, and now Kuri will be able to finish off the rest of the green units. A good forward, or actually a close outpost grab by green team, but they just weren't able to hold it. Oh, those Geminis did a pretty good job finishing off the rest of the units that were sitting out at that close. And now they are starting to once again work on mid. A random artillery, stray artillery, kind of facing a weird direction over here, but a couple of units actually dropped over here by the green team, ferried over here, have been able to neutralize that outpost. And actually, FriskyCow with a bunch of creeps over here, and one on each side. They will be able to grab this outpost. Let's see does he have anything in his build queue. Yes, he has some Jackals, so he will be able to keep this under his control. The mid is neutral and under contest, but two Carbon players there versus two green players here on the left forward for green team, or for actually it's the Carbon forward. But the green team has actually been able to neutralize this, surrounded with some Jackals. I would expect, yes, JRoot and FriskyCow are both coming over. FriskyCow with some soldiers and JRoot with some Buckies. Where did those Buckies go? Those Buckies were actually sat right here. However, those creeps or those soldiers were not able to actually take this outpost, as this is still neutral. And let's see who wins this battle. Lots of deaths going left and right. You can read the kill ticker yourself. But right now we do have Kuri and CaliCowboy for the Carbon team, going to be able to clean up the rest of these green units. And now CaliCowboy, going to be able to clean them up. Let's see if green team continues their pressure on this outpost. I don't know if it's a really good idea at this point. JRoot did drop a couple Buckies over here and a couple Flackers that will prevent a little bit of the flyby and maybe unit progression for that Carbon team. It will definitely stop the creeps. Well, not definitely. It will most likely stop the creeps. Thiu with really low health, and Cali, wow, with a great landing there, finishes them off on the ground and still with plenty of health left. but it gets finished off in the air by FriskyCow. Doesn't go back to his outpost. I guess really wanted to win that dogfighting battle, but a lot of Jackals actually have been sent out here by the green team. Lot of Jackals. Wow, actually that is quite a lot. A couple actually stray Jackals are going even further, so this outpost will probably get neutralized if the pressure continues by the green team. And yes, it does. The green team actually has been able to take this mid. Not too many carbon units surrounding now. They are way behind in upkeep. It's 61 to 145. It's 19 seconds away from the halftime heal / credits boost, and we do have the remaining Jackals here at the front door, and they will that damage sound will continue to go down for the carbon team and bother the crap out of them for quite a long time. This mid is still under contest. Most of the units have been killed. Mostly green units here sitting over here for this mid fight. Cali now retreating. No, not retreating, just repositioning that last Gemini, trying to kill what he can, and now some carbon creeps or some carbon infantry getting dropped as well. So this isn't going to go up to green. I could have sworn it was going to. They had way more units, and now more infantry getting dropped, more infantry getting spammed. Someone really wants to take this outpost, and that someone is pretty much everyone here. But green team has been able to take it. Few with bunkered fixers. This isn't going to carbon anytime soon. Bunkered fixers, super OP. Oh, actually, it might actually. Wow, there's a lot of pressure going down, a lot of infantry spam by this carbon team. And now Kuri with a couple Jackals. This probably will now go down to neutral. Few with some actually defensive infantry. So, you know, egg on my face there. I just completely never really understand what's happening until it's over. And now the green team has been able to take this mid, has a good surround, and now we'll start putting pressure on the forward. Not skipping a beat here. EmptySoul here at the forward. Let's see what he's doing. He's just putting down more defense at the forward, but all the action right now is here at the, or at the close, actually. There's where he's putting defense, but all the action is at the forward. CaliCowboy is here. Kuri is here. Where's EmptySoul? EmptySoul really needs to join the fight and you know, contribute to his carbon team defending here. They have lost mid. It's 46 to 152. It's more than a 3-to-1 upkeep difference, and I think green team can pretty much roll up all the rest of the units. Look at all their defense. Actually, a random stray money maker over here, but all of those green units can pretty much overwhelm the entire force of the carbon team, and now it's just going to be drop after drop. Few taking out a lot of damage. We are past that halftime heal stage. Quite a lot of credits have been boosted. Green team got that full heal, and now Thiu repositioning one to the side. One on either side will probably not make it out alive, but lots of damage going to go down by these drop Longhorn. Cali not blocking the other side. Kuri blocking with that Gemini, but really needs to start to body block. Carbon team still has been able to maintain control of this forward, so that's a good thing for them. But at this point, green team definitely does have the humongous advantage. Still about a 3-to-1 upkeep difference, as it is 60 to 170, so it's very close to 3-to-1. And at this point, green team really just needs to start reallocating their units. They only have plus 15 power as opposed to carbon team's plus 105, so you can definitely see the difference in terms of what each team kind of needs to prioritize on doing. Green team really needs to start moving out their units. Carbon team definitely needs to save up and start to, you know, build up defenses, hold off on whatever attack that green team might do in the meantime. And at this point, green team's not really moving out the way that I would really like to see them go. They are just continually putting the pressure on this carbon team. FriskyCow getting killed on the ground there, just kind of suiciding himself, landing next to a bunch of Gemini and defending next, one of which was a Helix. So not too great, but a lot of defensive, not a lot of defensive, but a lot of Buckies sitting here with some ratchets and a flacker to prevent the flybys. We do see some bombing going down by Kuri. Kuri actually will be able to kill quite a lot of these units, as most of them have very low health. Buckies and flackers don't really last too long against bombs, but Kuri getting killed himself probably was worth it. But now Thiu will start an attack here on this close outpost with some Buckies and a ratchet or something like that. I don't know, kind of random composition, kind of whatever he decided to, whatever he could have picked up there. Now more pressure will go down. Thiu, instead of concentrating on that forward or on that close, will do more front door harass, more front door drops actually. Harass is not the correct term at that point. Now we'll move it to the side. We'll probably not make it out alive once again. CaliCowboy finishing off on the ground, but there's quite a lot of damage going down. Carbon team is at less than half their life. You know, fortunately for them, they do have a lunchbox socketed on their fort, but I mean, at this point, no, Kuri getting killed by FriskyCow in the air there. At this point, I mean, green team still has an incredible advantage in terms of upkeep. It is closing slowly, but I guess that is just because of that unit pressure that they have been able to keep up. They've been kind of throwing a lot of units away in trade for both pressure and you know, that damage on that front door. The lunchbox shield has been able to put that entire 5% back on in terms of shield, so they will have to bypass that, the green team. If they want to do some more drops. And at this point, this cluster of units, I don't know how safe it is, especially with Kuri with those bombs. Does have more bombs in queue. EmptySoul and EmptySoul and Kuri are, okay, now finally joined by Cali, who does swoop in and get a kill on Theo, almost getting killed himself, but does go back to his, JRoot getting killed. And we do have a complete team wipe by the Carbon team. Let's see what they can do with it. In the meantime, CaliCowboy will start to bomb. Probably, yes, gets a couple of units killed, so they will definitely thin the numbers over here, but is a lot of Longhorn, and Cali actually will be able to finish. Oh no, not able to finish off that Longhorn. Now it's only Thew that has come back to the fight. The mech levels are very high. Green team's all level 9. Carbon team is at 987. It is a little bit expected to see the Paladin lower levels than the rest of the, you know, the rest of the more offensive mechs in that Striker and that Helix. But the upkeep gap is closing kind of fast. We do see JRoot getting finished off on the ground there by EmptySoul. Those Aegis aren't really going to do super well. I mean, it's not really Bucky spam happening right now. It's just going to kind of be anti-Helix missiles. And at this point, Theo and FriskyCow coming back in. Theo swooping in with those missiles, and FriskyCow able to kill Kuri and both Kuri and CaliCowboy on their way out of the battle at this point. And now Theo will be able to fire in with his rockets, and FriskyCow will just put his shield up to block for Theo. And JRoot not able to kill anything actually with that saucer death ray, but does definitely soften up quite a lot of units there. And they will start to progress toward that Carbon forward. I would like to see them actually do some more moves. I mean, look at all the units. Oh, well, actually, no, this is kind of thinned out. Their front door defense is pretty thin as well. It's only 148 at this point. They do have quite a lot of units here at their forward, which is definitely not where they need it. If you have the mid, the forward is pretty much the least of your concerns, because the enemy team pretty much has to pass right through the mid to get to that forward, and that's really what allows you to not really have too many defenses and concentrate all of your units at the mid or this path up to mid. It's very similar to Chasm, as you never see the power stations really defended, as pretty much the entire fight is for mid on that map. But we do see Green Team moving even closer, but once again, the upkeep gap is closing 97 to 148, so it's getting really, really close now. Carbon Team has been able to mass up quite a lot of Gemini and Longhorn, and actually, I mean, you know, backbone tank units here at their forward, and some at their close here. We do have a few boxers coming out, but EmptySoul, wow, full boxers. Oh my god, this will cause quite a lot of havoc. One of them is empty. Okay, two of them are empty, but let's see where this goes. They really need to start moving up their units now. These boxers are definitely going to protect those infantry. I would assume that EmptySoul sent or packed those in with boomers and not just normal creeps or whatever. However, we are in quarter 4, so creeps would have been pretty awesome. I don't know. Let's see what happens when they explode. They might be full of creeps. They might be full of boomers. We do see all the tanks being sent up by Carbon Team. This is going to be quite epic. These boxers are still alive, and I don't know if Thew's going to be able to survive the onslaught of potential boomers or creeps that are coming out. It is all creeps. They are level 4 creeps that are completely free, so let's see what happens here. They are pretty much exploding in creeps, and Carbon Team is pushing up a lot here. Green Team has lost pretty much everything on this lane. A couple Jackals randomly moving up, but that is definitely the least of Carbon Team's worries. They haven't really pushed all in from this forward, I guess, really kind of playing it safe, but a lot of Carbon units here being supported by EmptySoul. EmptySoul will go down here. There's very little life left. Yes, does get finished off there by enemy units. A lot of damage actually going down by Thew's Helix missiles. But these tanks and stuff were not set on capture. They were set on attack, so they will not stop here at the mid. A couple of them, I guess, these look like they were actually ferried or manually set to hold position. But those Carbon tanks are just continually proceeding over here, and against, let's see, there is a Bucky and a Longhorn over here, so they will be softened up. Carbon Team has been able to briefly take this outpost. It will definitely go back down. There are not too many Carbon units surrounding here. They really needed to just support their units with, I don't know, even more units. I would have gone all in if I were them. They were definitely way behind. They are way behind on health, and they are way behind on map control. I do say way behind, even though they are only lacking mid, because mid on Nesthorn is really, really hard to push, really, really hard to take over. it takes a lot of coordination with leapfrog, or it takes just a massive push, mostly consisting of goalies most of the time. We do finally see some goalies out on the field. I don't know when these were put out, but they definitely were a little bit late to the party. They could have used those goalies when they were pushing it over here with those boxers, but at this point, green team still has a huge advantage. Few with more Longhorn at the front door. Let's see if he can get past this lunchbox shield. He is just going to put as much damage as he possibly can. Now repositioning, and does get the reposition off before he gets finished off. Does die with one Longhorn in his queue, and was not able to get past that lunchbox shield, I don't think. But Carbon Team is still way behind. Green Team has this mid under their control, and at this point, they really can't do too many moves. Carbon Team is behind on upkeep, 106 to 117. Yes, the gap is pretty much closed, but at this point, Green Team has a great stationing point in that middle outpost. And they can just do drop after drop after drop. And FriskyCow, I don't know if he came with creeps or anything like that, but as of right now, he is all by his lonesome. Thew a little bit with support right now. Oh, Thew and JRoot. Okay, so the entire green team is here, just wreaking havoc, killing what they can. Saucer, Death Ray, Helix, Rockets, and let's see if they can kill anything. They both level up, so they can just continue their tirade over here. Thew just trying to kill this. Oh, they got that Gemini, and they are just picking off units one at a time. JRoot, where is JRoot? JRoot is just killing creeps. Oh man, that's really not good. And okay, just goes for that Jackal, but this outpost has been neutralized. FriskyCow is still here. Thew did get killed. Oh, when did Kuri leave the game? I didn't realize that Kuri left the game. Right now, I guess Kuri dropped. Right now, CaliCowboy and EmptySoul are the only ones left in this match. For the Carbon team, and yeah, JRoot neutralizing this outpost. It will obviously go back up to Carbon, as they have very good surround on this outpost with mostly heavy tanks, and just, I guess, one Jackal and stuff. But at this point, because, I mean, now Kuri is gone, Carbon team is humongously gimped. It is just a matter of time. Now Thew with some Bucky drops, putting in a lot of damage. Let's see if he gets past that lunchbox shield. Yes, now he does get past the lunchbox shield. Thew now does decide to retreat. Let's see if he can get away. Does have enough life to get back to the middle outpost, and JRoot now kind of derping out. I don't know what he's deciding to attack with that Death Ray, but decides to go for a boxer instead of that front door damage, and will die on the ground here. EmptySoul will, they are high-lowing him, finish him off there. And at this point, Thew, really low health, attacking his forward, will definitely get finished off by Cali in the air on the way out. But still, once again, green team can't afford. They can afford to overextend. They have the map control. They have the health advantage. And at this point, Carbon team necessarily can't afford not to overextend. They really have to start moving their stuff out, especially because they have a dropped player. They really need to start moving their stuff out, making some moves, either that or planning for a big move. We are 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from overtime 2, and look at this train of Jackals and a couple of creeps also wandering with them. I'm assuming green team is just going to push everything they got. They will almost definitely be able to neutralize this outpost, and probably close to clearing the rest of these Carbon units over here. The Jackals are now approaching. These are not going to do anything against these units, but they will be able to provide a meat shield for JRoot in that saucer. And in the meantime, FriskyCow, wow, very quick. I didn't even get to see that. All these Jackals have neutralized this outpost, and green team was able to take it right under my nose. And all these Jackals are actually going for that front door. Longhorn penetrating that lunchbox shield and getting a little bit of damage in. Thew firing in with his Helix rockets. I think this will be close to the end of the game. I mean, the green units have been killed there at the front door, but Thew now just continually bringing more and more units. Now has one Longhorn. Will probably, oh no, he did get blocked. Probably won't get past that lunchbox shield, that Longhorn. I would assume that it would get blocked by one of these Carbon players. No one has blocked it quite yet. CaliCowboy still trying to fight away these green units, or these green players over here. And, the Longhorn did not get past the lunchbox shield, but, I mean, it's just really dire for the Carbon team. They have lost all their outposts. There is no map control, and green team pretty much can just send. If they sent everything from the mid, sent everything from this forward, I mean, I guess there's not too much left here at this close. But now JRoot, whatever this was dropped, whoever dropped that was able to actually get enough damage to get past that lunchbox shield. JRoot just killing boxers right now. If I were him, or, if I were that saucer in the first place, I would just saucer, hero saucer as much as I possibly can with whatever units I can bring in support for meat shield purposes, and, just do drop after drop after drop, especially because you have Blink. We do see Carbon team moving out now with some boxers and those... Doesn't really matter. The Carbon team has lost pretty much everything. Theo is now sending out. There are a lot of goalies and Longhorn over here to finish off this carbon fort. Even though they have some defense over here, most of it was sent out to this push against the front door. And at this point, Theo now is bringing Goliath to the front door. CaliCowboy and EmptySoul are not going to be able to defend against this. Whatever blocking they can put down is just not going to be in time. The carbon life is all gone, and the carbon team goes down in defeat. JRoot Thiudareiks and FriskyCow do take this ranked 3v3 on Nesthorn over dropped player Kuri CaliCowboy and EmptySoul01. Very unfortunate that we did have a drop there. It does happen. And fortunately, it did happen at the end of the game where nothing really, not too much. It didn't really have that team able to take that middle outpost after, almost taking that close, or actually taking the close and almost controlling, keeping that close, and defending very, very well, just moving up their units very well, leapfrogging and all that stuff, able to get to that forward and do take this victory after drop after drop after drop. Thew chipped away like crazy at that front door, and Green Team was able to take this victory. So guys, if you have any replays to send in to me, send them in at rui0x@gmail.com, or you can message me at RUI on Steam. Spectate replays, guys. When you see good players, or even not good players, if you think you see an interesting game, make sure your replays are set up. Click my video description, click that link that says send me replays. Set up your replays. They don't take up that much space on your hard drive. You can delete them whenever you want. And if you need help, you definitely can ask any AirMech vet, or you can message me on Steam as well. So once again, this is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.